I'm Jonathan Romaine, and I am excited to introduce Change That Narrative, the book and art show. Today we're doing the art exhibition from all of the art in the book. We have about 15 artists that have come from all over the country to participate, and we're so excited because this book is a part of a greater push to try to bring awareness in the communities of some of the negative things that we grow up inundated with, thinking about, and we just want to try to start changing that narrative. And so I know firsthand how important it is to change the narrative because of my unique experience in life. I learned how to paint in prison, and if it wasn't for me changing the way I thought about things, I can only imagine where I would be today. But because I changed the narrative in my own life, I've been able to see the difference. And we just want to use that to help some other people navigate onto a better path for themselves. And so we're excited to have this book. We're excited to have this exhibition. We'll be touring it in different places. We're going to take it to the state capitol. And then eventually we'll be taking it across the country. Thank you. For those of you who have participated, I can't thank the artists enough because without them, this definitely would not be what it is today.
Change that narrative means that you just have to recognize that in your own neighborhood, you have to be a part of the solution, not the problem. And when you become that, then you will influence somebody younger than yourself to do the exact same thing.
It really is an honor. Anytime someone asks you to be a part of a project so special, the fact that we're using our images to promote positive change, create impact, it's meaningful, and I'm really honored to be a part of it.
I made a pact with myself a long time ago saying, you know what? You have to have the courage to do your art. And when I took it seriously and I came to an understanding with myself that my art is the only thing that's going to speak for me when I'm gone, you have to be really considerate of what you're going to say. And you have the courage to put your soul on the canvas, it will resonate. It will move people in ways that it needs to, and it's beyond your control. You've done your job. So how people look at it, that's none of your business. That's not, they may like it. If they stop for 30 seconds to contemplate your art, it's a win. It's a win.
Change That Narrative is exactly what it is. It's a life-changing experience. It's taking the negative and pushing forward, turning it into a positive, putting out positive energy, positive imagery. This book is basically a window to your soul. All of the imagery in here is inspiring.
Art expands the mind in many different ways. For me, it makes you think. History, past and present. It's so many different aspects of art that can change a person's life.
Changing the narrative is, I think, a beginning of a movement that needs to take place because art, the imaging of art, can certainly change what the narrative of a person's life. So to be a part of this is exceptional. It's an honor, and I'm happy to be in the book. I like it because it invokes emotion, like nothing else. I like it that it's perspective. No one looks at a piece and thinks of it the same way.
I have come up to do Change the Narrative to work with Jonathan Romaine because he asked me to. And there's nothing that he could ask that I wouldn't do. And I had the opportunity today to go over to the school and I was blown away. This brother talks about changing the narrative. He is definitely changing the narrative. He always also puts it in our minds to understand what it is that we have to do.
Change That Narrative is vital to the community. For me, it's a pivotal part of my practice as an artist. Me, coming from St. Louis, a little nappy-head boy from St. Louis, trials and tribulations, the trials and tears of a young black child's experience is harsh. And for me, it was the paintbrush or a weapon. So the idea of changing the narrative was vital for me as an artist and for me as a black man to communicate that to the youth of today. So I'm very happy to be a part of this project. Thank you, Jonathan Romaine, my brother, for this, and God bless you.
Jonathan is authentic, and that's the thing that draws you to him. You know, he wants to get things done right, do the right thing for himself and for the community that he lives in. I can't find a better person that would do something like that. I've learned a hell of a lesson today to know that I'm not doing enough for my community because I'm looking at the example of Jonathan. And you can't be blind and walk away, go back home and say, oh, that was nice. He said, no, you got something else to do. The institutions of art is an institution that builds people's consciousness.
I want to tell Jonathan, don't stop. He has people that support him, that are behind him, and the work that he's doing is imperative to a bright future for our children. So thank you, Jonathan Romaine. We love you, we're proud of you, and we stand with you.
And this book is going to be very important in the future. It's going to touch, it's going to have a ripple effect that will outlive us and do magical things that we could never comprehend or even wish.
If you do not have your copy of Change That Narrative, I implore you to get one right away. There are a limited amount of copies. The quality is amazing. It's hardcover with a dust cover. Ooh. So you really should get your copy of Change That Narrative and share it with your friends, your family, your community, and let's all be a part of the positive change.